Hi guys, my name is Dr. Unique. I'm a Nigerian trained medical doctor currently practicing in the UK. See, this video is a long awaited video. I'm supposed to have made this video, but I'm very sorry I kept postponing it. I've got a lot of things going on since, remember the last video I posted that my family joined me in the UK. So it's a different life altogether and it's not been easy. So we've been adapting and I'm sorry for the break in transmission. We're going to continue. We are not stopping. So in this video, I want to talk about 3 stages of settling into the UK, the challenges that come with those stages, and how we will remain mentally resilient to overcome them and move ahead. So if this is the kind of thing you want to hear, I also want to talk to you about the summary of what it looks like me living in the UK with the family. How has it been? Just gisting. It's just going to be gisting. Then we take it one after the other because I've got a lot of things to share here. So the 3 stages of settling into the UK, to be honest, number 1 is the excitement stage, number 2 is the reality stage, and then the settling stage. So these 3 stages come with different things. The excitement stage is like, hey, see, finally I have escaped Africa, or finally I've escaped Nigeria, or finally I've escaped, this excitement that comes with the fact that you've, this dream, like some of us that came in through the flap route, what you passed through. So like you finally have made it, like that excitement stage when you come in, you are happy, you feel blessed, it's okay, I'm here now, I'm finally here. So now after that, the next thing is now the reality phase. The reality begins to get down at you. You begin to face work pressure, the things happening at work, different culture, different way of working, depending on the kind of environment you get job. The second stage, how you cope with the second stage and what happened in the second stage largely depends on the area you get job. For some of us that came in with a resident RMO job, it's a very taxing job, a very challenging job. You notice that the respect you have as a doctor may not really be there. Some days you really feel down, you really ask yourself, oh, is it really worth it that I took this decision? So some people that got jobs in NHS, depending on the trust, also some trusts are more supportive. Those that are in supportive trust, they just move ahead looking for better life like we all do. Then those that are not in a supportive place also have their own challenges. So the reality phase has a lot to do with it. How do you take care of this reality phase? For me, in the reality phase, a lot of things happened, both at work and all that. Sometimes, what makes the reality phase, especially in work terms, in terms of work in the UK, is that sometimes you think you are doing the right thing and you just notice that what you think is the right thing is the wrong thing. Remember the video I made about, UK culture being very polite? I want you to know that that will continue to be your guide in everything you are doing, even during the pressure of work, when everything is happening. Remember to just maintain that in everything that is happening. Remain polite. Remain polite. That's what will save you. If you are able, you are not found abusive, no matter what is happening, it should be something that will be sorted. Know that you are not born here. You're not born here. You just came in here, and a lot of things are going to be difficult. Like I remember having something with someone, with a colleague, and the colleague said I called her she, like she is used for a lady. So but I didn't know that in UK, if you know the name of someone, if you use a she, is a kind of a rude language. So as much as I try to be as much polite as I can be, some guys, you still have some things that you didn't even know would be a complaint. That's what shows that you are in a different culture and it shouldn't be a problem. What you need to do is to improve, learn from every mistake you've made and move ahead. So the reality stage is dicing. Another thing is the cost of living, getting used to the cost of living. Those that come alone, they came here alone. Like when I was here alone, I didn't really feel the impact of the cost of living in the UK because I live in a house, I pay 475 alone, and sit, have my toilet and all that, then we share the kitchen. So I didn't feel so bad about the cost of living and all that. But when the family came, like seriously, I'm coming to talk about it, how it's been with family. That will be the ending part of the video. This video is not going to be too long. So the reality phase also has to do with the harsh weather. The winter period is so terrible that the cold enter into your bone marrows, and some days you're like, oh, what is this? So those are part of the reality phase. And for those that are living in a house, you're managing, trying not to turn on the heater every time, because you know that the more heater you turn on, the more your bills go up. So the reality phase can come with the harshness of the weather, the reality of, for those that maybe are not very informed, who think that they just come abroad, they pack all the money that is in the whole world. The reality of knowing that, oh, oh, after paying bill, it's not like I'll be left with the whole money in the whole world. The reality of hard work, the reality of long work hour, and even when the longer work hour is not long, the reality of you having to pick locum in order to keep body and soul together. Like, you literally work your ass off. Like, so it's not a comfort zone, it's not a place you just come and relax. People work and work. So these are the reality you realize, and the way you handle these realities to know what brought you. Have a vision, create a long-term vision. I have a long-term vision for myself and my family. I have what I know I want to do, things that when I remember I'll be like, oh, this is what I'm going to do. This suffering is not going to be for life. So create what you do. How to overcome the reality phase is just to let yourself know what do you really want, plan on that thing you want, and a kind of move ahead. Make a long-term goals. Make a goal. If your current job is not something very conducive, make a goal of changing the job and all that. So that's about the reality phase. Then the life phase is now the settling phase. After the reality phase, you find out how to settle with the whole thing, how to balance your life. Like, if you have a family, you get to know that one of the thing in the reality phase is you have to deal with, creating a work-life balance. Because if you are not careful, you just find yourself that you live at work and visit home. So if you have children, your kids will suffer and all that. So settling phase is now telling myself, yes, I need this money, but I'm going to balance the time I work, still have time for my family, so I don't finish working and then notice that my kids are damaged. So the reality phase is like, the settling phase is not the phase whereby you try to balance everything. Tell yourself, I have left home, I have come here, this is my long-term goal. Then, but in everything, the rule about the settling stage I want to talk about is don't over-pressure yourself. Don't over-pressure yourself. Try to explain to those back home about the challenges you have here. Let them not think you've forgotten them, and do not allow them to over-pressure you. Make goals, but know that there are still challenges here. You've got a lot of bills you're going to pay here. So the settling phase is a phase whereby you try to put 1 and 2 together. Explain to those back home, this is what we heard, this is the reality and all that. And then at the end of everything, make plan on how to put 1 and 2 together, and life will keep moving on. So now, the last thing is that the gist. How has it been with family? It's been so lovely. It's been so lovely. So at least I think again that my family have come here. Once I'm done with work, I'm running to go back home. I've seen my kids started school. They are all in school. Zurumi is, except Zurum Sha, because Zurumi has not turned 3. He's going to turn 3 by March 28th, so he will start school April. So by 3 here, they can start nursery, free nursery, get some free hours in a week. So Zurumi is starting April, but others are well settled in school. God gave us a good school, and they are doing well in the school. They are, at least they are happy. They've not raised any concerns so far. I get home, I meet them, I have my family, we have eating time together, and we are happy, we are stable. So so that's how it's been. Like, it's been like a fun, like having them around. But also it has its own challenge. It came in with a lot of bills. We moved into a new house, and like, guys, they said they will rent. I pay 900 in my new house rent. So I'm going to make a new video about rent, bills, and also take you to vlog when we shop and all that. So there are a lot of videos I have to put up. I'm like, no, I won't leave my viewers waiting. So I want you to know it's something doable. Sometimes I get a bit low. I'm like, hey God, I'm working so hard, but at the end it seems as if with the family joining me, nothing is remaining at the end of the month. I want you to know that the way I handle that is that family is an investment. You mustn't have cash in hand to know that you're doing well. Having your family coping in different aspects of life is also part of coping. With time, money will come, everybody will settle, kids will grow, they're not going to remain small. So it's not really been easy financially, because now my house is not bills inclusive. I have to pay rent, you pay council tax, you pay electricity bill, you pay water bill, Wi-Fi bill. So the bills are there, guys. Bills are there. That's just what I'm trying to say. But is it doable? Yes, it's doable. Are we doing it? Yes, we are doing it. Are we happy? Yes, we are happy. So I want you to know that, to be honest, the greatest challenge here also is having little children to care for, because childcare is very challenging. But my kids are not too small, and we still have a way to juggle about the whole thing. So guys, I want you to know that everything has been okay. Like, I am excited, glad to have my family here. My husband is supportive, so everyone is okay. My kids are doing well in school. When I see them, like my first son, when he's done with his suit and he's going to school every morning, like, guys, you don't understand. So, but we are happy and we are doing well. So if this video, the content is what you like, and you've not subscribed, kindly subscribe and activate the notification bell so that you can get other videos. I've got other plans. I've also planned with my family that we'll start vlogging and start, showing you how some of our days go. Now, guys, to be honest, it's not easy. YouTube is not easy. Why it's not easy? That, see, I'm not the type that have time. My job is demanding, but I'll keep trying to film as much as I can. I promise you guys. So we're going to try, and my family, we're going to try, shooting, telling you how we did our visa, the dependent visa. I know when my husband, start job, give you all those updates, live updates. So guys, see, stay here, stay here, stay here.